Before you scroll, before you move on, I ask that you pause right here. This moment, the one you are experiencing right now, was not random. Something deep inside you felt the pull before your mind even realized it. It's not by chance that you're here. Heaven doesn't make interruptions casually. Today, in this very moment, heaven has leaned in and is offering something deeply significant for you. So take a slow, deep breath. Allow yourself to soften, to disconnect from the noise of the world around you. Let this message be an invitation to step into something deeper, something meant to meet you where you are, gently but powerfully. There is no rush here. This is not a message meant to overwhelm your mind or speed up your spirit. It's not a call to frantic action. No, it's a quiet, profound call to rest in the knowledge that there is purpose behind this pause. Heaven has been aware of your journey long before you realized it. It knows what you've been through, what you've endured, the silent burdens you've carried without anyone noticing. And more than that, heaven knows the strength you have summoned, especially in moments when no one saw the weight on your heart. It knows the times you've wondered if your sacrifices, your quiet acts of faith, really mattered. When you whispered prayers in your most exhausted moments, unsure if they ever reached beyond the ceiling. Today, let me reassure you, heaven heard every one of those prayers. Every silent, unseen act of faith has been noticed, and nothing you've done has been forgotten. Heaven has not been distant from your story. You may not have always felt it, especially in your lonelier moments, but God has been with you, attentive to both your public actions and your private moments of strength. Your name has not faded into the background. Your faith has not gone unnoticed. What you thought was merely a season of survival was actually preparation. It's been a quiet, sometimes unseen work of restoration taking place in the depths of your spirit. And now, in this moment, you are being called to understand something profound. The restoration you've been waiting for does not begin with a change in your circumstances. It begins with a heart that is willing to remain open. If your spirit is agreeing with these words, if something within you feels a quiet resonance with this truth, then take a moment, pause again. Light up the comment section with a simple amen, or share this message with someone who needs it. By commenting, by sharing, you are not just engaging with content, you are aligning with a truth, a divine reality that is unfolding in this moment. Words carry weight, and when we agree with truth, we create an atmosphere of connection, growth, and divine timing. This space is not about numbers or the noise of the world. This is about something far more significant. It's about connection. It's about recognizing that in this moment, something greater is at work. Do not rush through this moment. Do not rush through this message. What is being restored in your life cannot be forced. It can only be received. I want to say that again. What God is doing in your life right now, it is not something that can be rushed or manipulated. It can only be received. This is not about pushing your way forward or forcing outcomes. It is about remaining open to what God is unfolding bit by bit, layer by layer. The road may not be as loud as you expected. The change may not come with fanfare, but make no mistake, something is shifting deeply and intentionally in your life. In the quiet of this moment, let it sink in. Heaven has seen the heart you've maintained even when you had every reason to close it off. Every act of patience, every decision to extend compassion when protecting yourself seemed easier. Every prayer whispered in the quiet when reacting would have been the natural response. All of these things have been noticed. Heaven celebrates that heart. It celebrates the heart that remains soft even after disappointment, even after loss, even after unanswered prayers. You have kept your heart open when everything around you seemed to close it off, and that is precious to God. There is something powerful in that openness, and today you are being invited to honor it, to recognize that God has been shaping something within you that is about to be revealed. This journey you've been on, though at times it may have seemed slow or invisible to others, has been full of growth. And growth doesn't always show itself in ways that are obvious. Sometimes growth looks like restraint. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace over panic, wisdom over impulse. And sometimes it's the quiet shifts you make within your own heart that will eventually show themselves in the world around you. God sees that growth even when you can't fully recognize it yourself. He sees the maturity taking place beneath the surface, the internal shifts that have occurred when you chose faith over fear, love over bitterness, grace over judgment. And He is letting you know that it's all been leading to this moment of clarity. So if this message has resonated with you, if you feel something stirring within your spirit, take a moment. Write amen in the comments or share this message with someone you believe needs to hear this truth today. By engaging, by sharing, you are actively participating in something greater than yourself. You're aligning with divine timing and inviting others to do the same. Know this: what God has begun in you is already in motion. Even if you can't see all the details yet, trust that His plan is unfolding with perfect timing, and you are walking exactly where you need to be. So, chosen one, remain open, remain grounded. Trust that this message was meant for you. The quiet endurance, the hidden faith, the sacrifices you've made, they have been shaping you for something far beyond what you can see right now. This moment, this invitation to pause and reflect, is a step toward the restoration that has always been yours. And the best part, you are already walking into it. Everything you've experienced, every moment you've endured has been preparing you for what is about to unfold. It's time to trust that everything you've been through, every unseen decision, every quiet act of obedience has not been wasted. This is your time. If this truth resonates with you, don't let it pass by. Share it with others. Take that next step of alignment and trust. Stay grounded, stay connected, and above all, trust that what God is doing in your life right now is unfolding perfectly, and you are right where you need to be. Let peace settle within you as you move forward. What God is shaping in you is real, and it is happening right now. Let's walk in that truth together. As we begin this journey together, take a moment to reflect on everything that has led you to this point. Think about the quiet sacrifices you've made, the moments where you chose to push forward despite the odds, when no one saw the effort but you. God has seen all of it. Every act of patience, every sacrifice made out of love, every prayer whispered in your most vulnerable moments, they've not gone unnoticed. So often in life, we're caught up in the noise and the bustle of the world. We feel the pressure to perform, to be seen, to achieve, and yet so many of our deepest efforts go unnoticed. But let me assure you of this truth: God has never missed a thing. God doesn't measure the worth of your actions by the applause of the crowd or the recognition of others. He sees beyond the surface into the deepest parts of your heart. He sees the quiet endurance when the world is asleep, the faith you carried when the path seemed unclear, and the hope you clung to when circumstances made it hard to believe. Heaven has been with you through all of it. Every decision, every quiet act of obedience, every moment when you chose grace over resentment, it's all been seen, and more importantly, it's all been valued by the one who matters most. The world may not always recognize your inner battles or the strength it takes to keep going, but God knows. The quiet faith you've carried, the prayers whispered in your heart when you felt too tired to speak, have reached heaven. And every moment you thought was insignificant, every decision you made to choose kindness over bitterness, to choose faith over fear, these have been recorded in the book of your life. God doesn't miss these things. It is in these unseen moments where He is at work shaping you, preparing you for what is coming. These silent decisions are not wasted. They are building the foundation for your future. You may have wondered at times whether all these quiet acts of faith really mattered. Maybe you felt invisible, unseen, or like your efforts were in vain. But hear this clearly, you are not invisible to God. He has been attentive to every step, every prayer, every moment of doubt, and every moment of belief. This message is arriving in your life today, not by coincidence, but by divine alignment. What you assumed was merely survival was in fact preparation for something far greater. God has been refining you in the hidden places, preparing your heart and nurturing your spirit in ways that others cannot see. And now it is time for this quiet preparation to come to the surface. Restoration begins within now. Take a deep breath and recognize something important. Restoration begins not with external circumstances changing, but with your heart being open. We live in a world where we often think restoration happens when our problems are solved, when our circumstances shift, or when life gets better. But true restoration, the kind that lasts, begins within. It begins when your spirit is willing to remain open, even in the midst of uncertainty, even in the face of challenges. God's restoration is a work that begins in your heart. It doesn't matter what's going on around you, the moment your heart becomes willing to receive, true transformation begins. It's so easy to get caught up in the noise of life, to focus on changing our external circumstances, to think that once everything around us aligns, we will finally be restored. But the truth is, restoration begins when we allow our hearts to remain soft, even when everything else feels hard. It begins when we choose to trust God's timing, to stay open to His guidance, and to allow Him to work in the deepest parts of who we are. God's restoration does not force itself on you. It requires your participation, your openness, and your willingness to trust in a process that may not always make sense in the moment. The world may tell you to hustle harder, to strive more, to achieve and perform. But God's way is different. His way invites you to slow down, to remain open, to trust in His timing, and to allow His peace to settle deep within your spirit. What you may not see right now, but what God is doing beneath the surface, is a silent growth, a growth that doesn't happen with fanfare or attention. This growth happens in the quiet moments, in the spaces where only God can see. It's a spiritual growth that takes place when you make the choice to remain open to God's will, even when things don't make sense, even when everything in you is telling you to give up. The spiritual maturity being developed in these moments is shaping you into a vessel that can carry the blessings and responsibilities that are about to unfold. In the silence of your heart, God is working. In the stillness, He is forming patience, wisdom, and discernment. He is refining your spirit to receive what He has in store for you. Do not underestimate the power of silent growth, the quiet moments of prayer, the times when you chose peace over chaos. These moments are not insignificant. They are shaping you into the person you need to become, to step into your calling. So as you face the stillness, the waiting, and the uncertainty, know this: God is working in you in ways that are deeper than you can imagine. What you may see as delay is actually preparation. Seasons of silence and separation. Sometimes, as we walk through life, we experience seasons of silence and separation, times when relationships change, when familiar voices become distant, when the world around us seems to be shifting in ways we don't understand. It's easy to interpret these seasons as rejection, as something negative or painful. But what if I told you that this silence, this separation, is not punishment? What if it is, in fact, divine protection? God uses these moments of silence and separation for refinement. You see, when things are quiet, when the noise and distractions fade away, we are able to hear God more clearly. In the absence of constant input, our discernment sharpens. We are able to listen beneath the surface of words, to sense the deeper truths, and to understand the direction God is leading us in. These quiet seasons are not about punishment, they are about preparation. God is ensuring that you are not distracted by what is unnecessary so you can focus on what truly matters. During these times of separation, it may feel like you've lost something. Maybe relationships have changed, opportunities have closed, and you're left wondering why certain doors didn't open. It can feel isolating. It can feel like rejection. But trust me when I say that God is not removing things from your life to hurt you. He is removing what no longer fits so you can step into the new season He is preparing for you. Just as pruning is necessary for growth in a garden, so too is the cutting away of relationships, habits, or situations that no longer align with your divine purpose. These seasons of separation are not meant to leave you feeling alone. They are meant to strengthen your spirit, to refine your vision, and to sharpen your ability to discern the will of God in your life. God is teaching you to stand firm in the silence, to find strength in the absence of applause, and to rely on His voice alone. In these quiet moments, you are learning the invaluable lessons of humility, patience, and trust. You are being positioned for what is next, what He is about to unfold in your life. In the separation, there is protection. God is clearing the path for you to walk without the distractions that may have hindered you before. The relationships that once felt familiar, the voices that once guided you may not be with you in this new season, but that is not rejection. It is redirection. God is aligning you with the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances for your next chapter. So if you find yourself in a season of silence or separation, do not despair. Trust that God is working in this space, refining you, preparing you for what's to come. Embrace the quiet. Allow the silence to teach you. It is in these moments that you will grow stronger, wiser, and more attuned to God's voice. Your heart is being fine-tuned, your spirit being prepared to walk confidently into the new season God is preparing for you. As we reflect on these truths, remember that the unseen efforts, the silent growth, and the seasons of separation are all part of the divine plan. God has not forgotten you, and He has not abandoned you. Every moment of endurance, every quiet prayer, every difficult season of silence is shaping you into someone capable of receiving the restoration He has in store for you. Your journey is not unnoticed. Your heart is being shaped for a purpose greater than you can see. Stay open, stay grounded, and trust that in His perfect timing, everything will come into alignment. As we continue this journey together, let me draw your attention to something deeply powerful: God's timing. We often find ourselves asking, why now, or why this delay? Life sometimes feels like a series of waiting periods where we don't fully understand why things aren't happening as quickly as we hoped. But what if I told you that these delays, These moments where everything seems to be on pause are not signs of failure or punishment. Instead, they are part of God's perfect timing, unfolding exactly as it needs to. In our human experience, we are conditioned to think that success, breakthrough, and fulfillment happen on a strict timeline. We set goals, create plans, and expect things to unfold on our terms, but God's plan for our lives operates differently. It's a plan that is orchestrated with perfect precision, not bound by our human sense of urgency, but by divine wisdom. God's timing is never random, never rushed. It is always purposeful and perfectly aligned with the larger story He is telling in your life. When things aren't happening as quickly as we think they should, it's easy to feel frustrated, disheartened, or even defeated. We may think that missed opportunities or delayed dreams are signs of failure, but I encourage you to shift your perspective. What may seem like lost opportunities are actually moments of preparation. These pauses, these delays are not obstacles, but stepping stones. They are shaping you, refining you, and positioning you for something far greater than you may have imagined. You see, God is never in a hurry. He doesn't rush the process because He knows that what He is preparing for you requires time, patience, and perfect alignment. Delays aren't a sign that you are behind or missing out. Instead, they are part of the preparation process. These moments of waiting are necessary for you to grow in the ways you need to before stepping into your next season. Just like a seed needs time to develop its roots before it can sprout and flourish, so too do you need time to grow into the person capable of receiving the blessings that await you. In those times when you feel like nothing is happening, trust that God is working behind the scenes. He is aligning the right circumstances, bringing the right people into your life, and orchestrating everything to fall into place in His perfect timing. So don't be discouraged by what appears to be delays. Understand that everything happening in your life, every pause, every setback, is preparing you for the future that God has already ordained for you. Trust in His timing. It is always right, and it is always for your good. Resilience and transformation. Now let's talk about something that often comes hand in hand with waiting: pressure. It's a feeling we're all familiar with: the weight of expectations, the stress of challenges, the strain of feeling like you're pushing against resistance. But here's something profound to understand. Transformation often appears as resistance. It is in the moments of greatest pressure that the deepest growth happens. When you feel the heat of the fire, know this: it is refining you, shaping you, and making you into the person you are destined to become. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when the road is tough, even when the winds are strong and the path is unclear. And it's not just about enduring through the hard times, it's about growing stronger because of them. Every challenge, every obstacle, every moment of resistance is an opportunity for transformation. What you may perceive as an obstacle is actually the very thing that is sharpening you, strengthening you, and preparing you for a higher calling. There's a beauty in the struggle that is hard to see in the moment. When you're in the middle of difficulty, it's easy to question why it's happening, or to wonder if you'll ever come out of it. But what if I told you that these trials are the very things that are shaping you into someone who can handle the purpose that is waiting for you? You are being prepared for greatness, and sometimes greatness requires being forged in the fire. The pressure you're feeling is not there to break you. It's there to mold you. It's there to refine your character, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your faith. Without resistance, there would be no growth. Without challenges, there would be no transformation. And it's through this process of transformation that you are becoming the person who can carry the weight of your purpose. The trials you face are not meaningless. They are part of your journey, and they are leading you to something far greater than you can yet see. Think about diamonds for a moment. They are created under immense pressure from carbon that has to be put through extreme conditions over a long period of time. What comes out of that pressure is something beautiful, something rare, something valuable. So it is with you. The pressure you're experiencing is not there to crush you. It's there to create something extraordinary in you. Keep going. Trust the process. The resistance is making you stronger, and the transformation is happening even when you can't yet see the full picture. Restoring peace and purpose. In the midst of the trials and challenges, it's easy to become overwhelmed by anxiety, to feel like you're always striving, always pushing, always fighting to make things happen. But here's something to hold on to. True peace comes when trust in God replaces striving, when you begin to trust in God's plan for your life and surrender your own need for control. A deep sense of peace will begin to settle within you. This peace doesn't depend on your circumstances changing. It depends on your heart's posture before God. Peace is not the absence of challenges or difficulties. Peace is the ability to remain grounded and centered, even when the world around you is in chaos. It's the calm assurance that no matter what happens, God is in control and He is working everything out for your good. When you learn to trust in God's timing and His plan, anxiety gives way to peace, striving gives way to surrender, and the chaos of life is replaced by a quiet confidence in His provision. This peace is not something that can be forced. It's a peace that grows over time as you allow your heart to rest in God's faithfulness. As you learn to trust in His process and release your need to control every outcome, you will experience a steady, unshakable peace. And with this peace comes a renewed sense of purpose. When your heart is at peace, you are able to step into your purpose with clarity and confidence, knowing that you are exactly where God wants you to be. Purpose doesn't always reveal itself in loud, dramatic moments. Often purpose unfolds quietly through consistent obedience, through small acts of faithfulness that may seem insignificant in the moment, but are building towards something far greater. The consistent daily steps of faith are what lead you into your calling. You don't need a dramatic shift or a loud declaration of purpose to know that you are walking in alignment with God's will. Purpose is revealed in the stillness, in the moments when you choose to remain faithful even when you don't see immediate results. When you trust God's plan and surrender to His timing, you will find that your purpose begins to unfold naturally. It's not about striving or forcing things to happen. It's about letting go and allowing God to work in and through you. As you remain faithful in the little things, as you continue to walk in obedience to His leading purpose, will reveal itself in the most unexpected ways. Embracing the journey ahead. As you reflect on this, I encourage you to embrace the journey ahead with an open heart and a willingness to trust God's perfect timing. Understand that everything you are going through, every moment of waiting, every trial, every moment of pressure is leading you to your purpose. You are being shaped and refined for something greater. And though it may be hard to see in the moment, God is working all things together for your good. So let go of the need to control the timing of your life. Surrender your anxious striving to God and trust that He is guiding you with perfect precision. The delays, the resistance, the silence, they are all part of the process. You are exactly where you need to be, and God is with you every step of the way. Remain open, remain faithful, trust the process, and most importantly, know that the peace and purpose you seek are already unfolding in your life quietly but steadily. As you walk in alignment with God's will, Your purpose will become clearer, your peace will deepen, and you will step into the life you were always meant to live. This journey is unfolding exactly as it should, perfectly and with divine intention. As we reach the close of this message, let me take a moment to reassure you everything you've experienced up until this point has been leading you to where you are right now. Every trial, every challenge, every moment of waiting has been part of God's perfect plan for your life. It may not have always felt like it. There may have been times when you questioned why things weren't moving as fast as you hoped, or why certain opportunities seemed to pass you by. But now, as you look back, it's clear that every step, whether painful or joyful, was necessary for what is unfolding in your life. God's plan for you is bigger than anything you could have imagined. His wisdom is far beyond our understanding, and His timing is perfect. Every moment of delay, every moment of silence has been preparing you for something far greater than you can currently see. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen the way we expect them to, but the truth is that God has been at work even when we couldn't see it. His plan is unfolding with precision, and He is aligning every detail for your benefit. This is the moment to trust that everything you've gone through has been part of your preparation. What may have seemed like setbacks were in fact setups for what's to come. The journey you've been on is not random or pointless. It has been shaping you, refining you, and strengthening you for the blessings that are just ahead. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. God has been with you through every high and low, and now as you stand at the threshold of what's next, trust that everything has led you here for a purpose. As you reflect on this, I want to encourage you to stay connected. Stay connected to God's guidance, His wisdom, and His perfect timing. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of life, to feel overwhelmed by the world's distractions. But it's in those quiet moments of connection with God that you will find clarity, peace, and direction. Trust that God is leading you every step of the way, and that nothing you have experienced has been in vain. If something in this message resonated with you, I encourage you to comment below and share your thoughts. Your words carry power. When you engage, when you comment, you are aligning yourself with the truth that has been spoken into your life. You are affirming your belief that God is working in you, that His plan is unfolding, and that His timing is perfect. Don't let this moment pass by without responding. Take a moment to share your amen or your own reflections about how this message has impacted you. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message of encouragement, don't hesitate to share it. Your sharing can be the light that someone else needs to see their own path more clearly. Sharing this message is more than just passing along words. It's sharing hope, truth, and peace. It's creating an atmosphere where people can come into alignment with what God is doing in their lives. So I invite you to take a step of faith. If you feel moved by what you've heard today, share this message with someone in your life who needs to hear it. It could be the spark they need to move forward in faith, trust, and confidence that their journey is just as carefully orchestrated by God as yours is. As we close, I want to leave you with a simple but powerful reminder: you are not late. The timing of your life is not a mistake. Everything is unfolding in its proper time, and God's plan is working in perfect alignment with the needs of your heart and your future. It can be easy to fall into the trap of feeling like you're falling behind, like you've missed out, or like you're running out of time. But I want to assure you that you are exactly where you need to be. You have not missed your moment. The desires in your heart, the passions that burn within you, the dreams that seem just out of reach, they are all part of God's plan for your life, and He is bringing them to fruition at the perfect time. What may seem like a delay is actually preparation. God is aligning every piece of your life in His time, and nothing has been wasted. Take a moment to breathe. Let peace settle over your heart. Trust that you are not behind and that everything will meet you exactly when it's meant to. God is never early and He's never late. He's always right on time. The dreams, the opportunities, and the blessings that are meant for you will come at the perfect moment. Trust that God knows exactly what He's doing and that He is making all things beautiful in His time. This is not a moment to rush. It's not a time to try and force things to happen. It's a time to remain grounded, to trust in the process, and to allow peace to wash over you as you continue to walk by faith. Let go of any anxiety about the future and embrace the stillness of the present moment. Everything you need is being provided for you. The guidance, the wisdom, and the clarity will come when you are ready to receive it. So as you step into the next phase of your journey, hold on to this truth: you are not late. You are right on time. And everything that has happened in your life, every season, every delay, every moment of growth has been preparing you for this moment. Trust that God is unfolding the next chapter of your story with perfect care and intention. Finally, I encourage you once again, stay connected. Stay grounded in the truth that God's timing is always perfect. Trust that the peace you seek is already within you, and that the purpose you're destined for is already on its way. As you continue to walk forward, walk in peace, walk in trust, and walk in the confidence that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to leave a comment below and share your thoughts or reflections. Let others know that you believe in God's perfect timing and His plan for your life. Share this message with those who need to hear it, and stay connected to the truth that God is always with you, always guiding you, and always preparing you for what's next.